Well, I'm back out on a sunny day today. Look what I just flipped out. I think it's got a little bit of tip damage on it. It's a big piece. I just barely did see that right there. Well, I can't see nothing else. I just barely did see that right there, and it's flat down in the ground. This ground mashed flat on the board. I flipped it over, and there's that piece. I think a tip's gone on it. Well, still, big old piece. Kind of rough, but beggars can't be choosers. I ain't finding much. It's just one of them years. My sights, best sights I can't look. And I know why. It's gotten so congested with hunters that the farmers had no alternative except to put a stop to the hunting whenever it's planted. You get 14 or 15 people in the same field. Moist ground's hard. I can't even break flint loose. Yeah, I mean, you get that many people in the same field, I can't say that I blame the farmers at all. I mean, I know you can be as careful as you want to about not stepping on the plants, but still, you know how artifact hunters are. They're in there as soon as the first drop stops, and some are in there as soon as the first drop starts. It's just crazy. So they don't want their ground packed down, so they don't allow no hunting till the crop's out. And they've gotten smart and wise to it. Last 2 years, they've just waited until they were ready to plant, wait till their plants got ready. All they've done is cut the wheat off of it, turned the ground, disc it, and planted it, and had it done within 48 hours. No rain, no walking, because it's planted. So that's what happens. I walked up on another one in a washout. That's cool. Got a knot right there. Spit wad, Mark Nelson would say. I'll take it. Keep looking. Well, I finally walked up on one. It's been several days since I found arrowhead. I'm glad to find him. Sometimes when you go several days in between finds, the big old tool looks mighty sweet. I believe that's beveled. You can see the twist in it. It's a cool piece. I'm at one of my fields that I don't look in a whole lot. Well, it's got some nice flaking on it. But it's one of the only places I got to look. Everything else is covered up. Well, it's planted, it ain't covered up. They won't let me look in it. Found a big old piece of flint I'm going to try to do something with. I've been napping a little bit, but not just a great deal. But I've got a few pieces. I may show them when I clean up these few that I've found in the last couple of weeks. I hadn't hunted much because it's been dry. First one thing and another, work. Things are just messed up this time, seems like, for me. Can't get it all together. Things just ain't working out, you know. I know Indian Trace, you know, he understands all this juggling you got to do to be what I'd call successful at it. And I believe in doing anything that's worth doing with all your might. And although I'm putting forth the effort, it just doesn't seem to be everything. All the elements just ain't lining up for me this time. And I ain't complaining. I mean, you know, y'all have seen my videos, and I found a slew of points in the last several years that if I'd ever find another one, I'd be alright. I mean, I'd be sad, but I'm going to keep on looking, see if I can't find another one. I didn't mean to get off on rambling, but Just thought I'd chit chat for a minute. Pretty material in the field. Later. I think I walked up on another one. Big pecking stone. It's a pretty Harrisburg chert. I don't know if you can tell the color of it. Bluish and pink. He's twisted too. Big time. Yeah, he'd have a hard time laying down. Now, for what it's worth, you maybe have a hard time believing it. That's a knife. That's not a dart. They had to have a pair of knives too. That beveling is, I believe it's commonly understood to be resharpening from use. And chances are they wouldn't never have to resharpen a dart point, because if they ever shot it, unless they recover it from the animal they hit, and they probably won't never find it. But not to mention, it wouldn't necessarily need resharpening. I mean, it ain't like they're stabbing animals left and right to the point that it would actually need resharpening like a knife would, where you use daily. Cool. I walked up on another one. Very good. Rounded tip on it. Nearly like a blunt. Make a quick cleanup. I think it's gonna rain. I brought home some material I found. That's probably pretty high grade. It's got a little concrete in it. Some of it you just don't know about till you crack into it. That's possibly chalky. It's tabular material. Again, it's just a risk, but ain't that much trouble to bring it home. This will probably be similar. Some of it's right flaky when you get inside of it. Chances are some of it may be good. This has got little fossils in it, little white looking fossils. Makes a pretty point if you can get one out of it. This one may have some good material inside. That's a big piece. See, it's that foliaceous material. Got some little white fossils in it of some kind. Look like little amoebas. That's a big piece of rock. Thick. Found some cool stuff today. Tools. And found several things in the field today that surprised me really, because it's a field that I don't never yield just a great deal out of, but never go there where I don't find something. But today it produced quite a bit of stuff, and especially to have no more rain than what it had. Now, I'm not sure about that. It looks like it'd make a good bearing block to me for fire starting. But then again, it looks like it's got a channel that's been made wider for some reason than what would have been needed for just a bearing block. So it may have been a multi-tool. Feel free to chime in on that. That's pretty neat though. All artifacts are not artifacts. This piece of limestone, it was so dusty and dirty, I thought it was a big spall of flint, but it's actually limestone, so that'll go in the trash. Tool. Pecking stone, hammer stone slash whatever they done with them. I'm not sure what they done with them, but it's obvious they knocked that off, because this right here is natural. Of course that is too, but they've knocked them cortex off of it. Same way with this big piece. I'd say it was a big spalling hammer for them. See, that's natural patina. Well, this is too. then this thing is natural. I mean, it's been used. There's some tools of different sizes, little blades that's not broken, just not real uniform, just they used what they had to. There's some neat material in that. That's some of the local material that's possibly in some of those other rocks, little white fossils in it, but it's got bands and a lot of different stuff going on in it. And this is one with the concrete little pockets in it, which always gives problems. There's a cool little blunt. That's some translucent material. You see me find that one and that one. That's a pretty cool point. Clouding up like it's gonna rain. That field really could use some rain. I expected to yield quite a bit more with some rain. I didn't know what it had. I just knew I wanted to go hunting somewhere. It's a pretty material, Harrodsburg. There's another little blunt. There's some translucent material too. And here's a weird little point. Some cool flake tools. I'm fixing to get drowned in a minute. Uniface little thumb scraper deals. Yeah, it's getting dark out here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's fixing to come on here. Looks like. We'll get this taken care of though. This one right here is super cool. Uniface. And I found this one. It's got some pretty resharpening on it. Sharpened up like a Elk River. I'm going to show you these few modern mates before I get blowed off this back porch. Set this on the ground because the wind's getting blustery. This patina. That's actually made out of some of that material. Watch right over there. See, it's got some fossils in it. Made a cool piece though. That indirect, using that really helps you to get them thin. Motley, made out of some canny rock. That's a pretty piece. All these are about 3.5. That's a piece of material I found locally. Kind of like a Allen style point. It's got some nice flaking, but it soon clouded up on me and to get blowed off this porch. That's really thin right there. And this one right here I'm proud of. Been trying to work on one similar to it. That's another piece of kenny rock. Yeah, I better be getting in the house. That's translucent, but there's no sun out. Later.